What if everything you've been taught about love, marriage, and morality wasn't the whole truth? This video dives into the spiritual, cultural, and psychological reasons why a woman's connection to more than one man challenges outdated norms. If you care about freedom, faith, and emotional truth, this is the conversation you've been waiting for. Welcome to Curious Axis. What happens when a woman feels a spiritual bond with more than one man, but society says she can only choose one? This video explores powerful questions about love, religion, and personal freedom through the lens of major faiths, social norms, and deep psychological insight. If you're ready to challenge old beliefs and explore new truths, like, share, and subscribe to join the conversation that dares to be honest. In Western culture, especially in America, we're often taught that true love means finding the one soulmate, one life partner, one forever. But is that really the only way humans are wired to love? Across history and across the world, the idea of monogamy hasn't been the universal norm. In fact, many cultures, both ancient and modern, have accepted or even celebrated the idea that a person can form deep, spiritual bonds with more than one partner. So why does it still feel taboo for a woman in today's free society to admit she feels spiritually connected to more than one man? Religions like Christianity, Islam, and Judaism have historically supported patriarchal systems, where men could marry multiple women, but rarely the other way around. This wasn't always about love. It was often about property, lineage, or control. And yet, today, even in secular parts of American society, the emotional double standard remains. Men who explore multiple connections are seen as adventurous, while women are labeled unstable or immoral. Psychologically, studies show that human beings are capable of feeling genuine love and attachment toward more than one person at a time. Dr. Helen Fisher, a leading biological anthropologist, argues that romantic love is a drive, not a limited resource. Love doesn't get smaller when it's shared. It often expands. The problem isn't love, it's the box we're forced to put it in. So when a woman says she feels spiritually connected to more than one man, she's not being confused or greedy. She's being honest about the complexity of human emotion. And maybe it's time society stops punishing honesty and starts rethinking what healthy love can really look like. Because love at its core is about connection, not control. In the United States, personal freedom is a core value. People believe they have the right to choose how to live, love, believe, or not believe. But when religion enters the conversation, especially around relationships and marriage, that freedom is often challenged. Most major religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, promote monogamous ideals today, though their histories tell a more complex story. In the Bible, King Solomon had hundreds of wives. In Islamic tradition, men can marry up to 4 women. But very rarely, if ever, do these religions allow women the same flexibility. This raises a critical question. If a woman feels spiritually connected to more than one man, is it her heart that's wrong, or the system that won't accept her truth? In America, we claim to separate church and state. Yet moral values rooted in religious history often shape our laws and cultural expectations. A woman who wants to marry multiple men, openly, with love and consent, isn't just judged by religion. She's judged by a society that still uses religion to define goodness. Psychologically, this creates cognitive dissonance. When someone's personal truth clashes with what they've been taught is right. It's not just confusing, it's emotionally painful. People begin to internalize shame for simply feeling love that doesn't fit the script. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, a law is not just simply because it is a law. Morality must be measured by empathy, fairness, and human dignity, not just tradition. So the real question isn't whether religion allows it. The question is, can freedom of belief also mean freedom to love, in ways that are honest, consensual, and kind? We often hear that true love is about one heart, one person, one lifetime. But psychology tells a different story. The human capacity to love is not as limited or as simple as society makes it out to be. Attachment theory, a foundation in modern psychology, shows that humans are wired for connection. But we don't all attach the same way. Some people find security in one relationship. Others, known as polyamorous or non-monogamous, can experience deep, authentic bonds with multiple people without feeling less love for anyone. Dr. Elizabeth Sheff, a sociologist who spent decades studying polyamorous families, found that people, especially women, can maintain multiple emotionally intimate relationships with honesty and balance. She notes, "Love is not a pie. Giving a slice to one person doesn't mean there's less left for someone else. So why do we struggle to accept that a woman might love more than one man? Because society, shaped by religious and patriarchal norms, tells us her love must be exclusive, or it's not pure. In Christianity, romantic jealousy is often viewed as natural, even holy. But in psychological terms, jealousy is an emotion, not a moral compass. And like all emotions, it can be managed, healed, and redefined. Spiritual connection is not a commodity, it's an experience. And when someone says, "I love more than one person," what they're often saying is, "My heart is not a cage, it's a garden." What matters most isn't how many people you love, but how honestly, kindly, and responsibly you love them. And maybe it's time we stop asking, "Is it right to love more than one?" and start asking, what kind of love leads to a healthier, freer life? In modern America, we like to believe in equality, equal rights, equal opportunity, equal love. But when it comes to relationships, especially a woman's freedom to love more than one man, deep-rooted hypocrisy still shapes our culture. Historically, men have enjoyed greater sexual and relational freedom. In both religion and society, male desire has often been seen as natural or unstoppable. From biblical kings with many wives to modern pop culture's celebration of the player, society often praises men for exploring love and passion. But women, they're given a different script. Religions like Christianity and Islam have long emphasized modesty, purity, and obedience for women. Even in secular culture, these ideals linger. A woman who explores multiple emotional or spiritual connections is labeled unstable, immoral, or damaged. It's not about love, it's about control. This double standard isn't just cultural, it's psychological abuse. It teaches women to doubt themselves, to feel shame for feeling deeply, to silence their truth for the comfort of others. As Gloria Steinem once said, "The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off." And the truth is, women are just as capable of complex love as men. The only thing stopping them is fear of being judged, rejected, or ridiculed. If society allows men to seek multiple connections without shame, then why is it wrong when a woman does the same, with honesty and consent? True morality cannot be built on double standards. If love is sacred, then a woman's love, no matter how wide, how deep, how spiritual, must be honored, not hidden. Maybe the problem isn't women loving too much. Maybe the problem is a world that still isn't ready to respect their fullness. Marriage, as we know it today, is often seen as a sacred union between one man and one woman for life. But this version of marriage is not eternal truth. It's a cultural construct shaped by religion, economics, and patriarchy. In the Bible, marriage was often transactional, a way to secure land, alliances, or bloodlines. In Islamic tradition, men could marry multiple women, yet women could not do the same. In many indigenous and pre-colonial societies, partnership structures were more fluid, honoring balance, not control. So what if a woman today, free, spiritual, and self-aware, feels love for more than one man? Why must her truth fit into a system built centuries ago by people who never imagined her freedom? Psychologically, forcing complex emotions into rigid boxes leads to repression, not peace. Dr. Carl Jung once said, "What you resist not only persists but grows in size." We're resisting honest forms of love in the name of outdated ideals. Marriage should be a contract of mutual care and truth, not of social performance. And if two or more consenting adults build a loving, ethical, and spiritual home, should the law or society stand in their way? It's time we stop asking, "Is this normal?" and start asking, "Is this honest, kind, and just?" Maybe the future of marriage isn't about breaking tradition, it's about expanding it. Thank you for watching this thought-provoking journey into love, freedom, and belief. If this video made you think, even just a little, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Curious Axis, for more honest conversations that matter. Let's keep asking the hard questions together.